Well. It's January 8th, and you know what that means. Well, you probably don't know, but I know. It's my birthday today. Turning 35. Of course, we're going to recap week 18, and then we're going to talk about my birthday a little bit and how it's changed, obviously, through the years as I've gotten older. But you know how we get it, so let's get it. All right. We're going to start first with saying, obviously, we're going to talk about my birthday later. But we're going to talk about week 18. All the playoff matchups are set. There's already been people that have been fired. It's already been, I don't know, like 12 hours since, like, at least the first two sets of games. Obviously, there was the 8 o'clock game. But it's only been like 12 hours. We've got a couple firings, obviously. Atlanta's coach has been fired. Washington, I think, has just done a whole like overhaul with their coaches. Ron Rivera's been fired. I think the GMs have. It's just a whole thing. But we go talk about these matchups, or we go to recap the week. We'll talk about the matches later in the week, probably Wednesday or Friday before obviously wild card weekend. You know how that get down. But we gonna just go through the games real quick. We're gonna start with Saturday. Saturday we had Ravens Steelers. Steelers ended up getting the win, which was huge. It kept their playoff hopes alive. Ravens didn't play Lamar. They didn't seem like they didn't care really. You know, they have the number one seed locked up, so they're just chilling. So I don't think they didn't really play many other starters. But the Steelers came away with the dub 17-10. Texans beat the Colts that was actually a good game. I was out Saturday. I came back. I watched the end of that game. It was a pretty good game. It was a pretty good game. Texas ended up pulling that out. Basically, whoever win was in. I believe the loser pretty much just wasn't in. So it was like it was pretty much a playoff game for both of those teams. Texans ended up coming through. Stroud had a really good game, 262 touchdowns. The Texans are in. Then we go to Sunday. We got the Browns Bengals. Bengals ended up winning that game. Ending their season. They ended their season 9-8. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with them. Obviously, Joe Burrow was hurt, so that was a whole thing. They did start off the year kind of shaky. Cincinnati did, but yeah. Nonetheless, Bengals got the win. Browns chilling. I think they were already locked into wherever they were locked in. Lions Vikings. Vikings had a small chance to get in. They had to win their game, and they had to have like three or four people lose. Didn't really matter. Lions won the game 30-20. Lions are locked into the 3 seed officially now because of some later games. But we're going to talk about Jaguars Titans. Now, the Jaguars, they had lost 4 of their last 5 coming in. I mean, 5 of their last, I think it was 4 of their last 5. It was 4 of their last 5. And they came in, I think if they won, they pretty much won the division and all that stuff. But they ended up losing against Tennessee, who won 28-20. Um, they ended up losing 5 of their last 6 to end the season after starting off the season like 8-3 or something like that. Um, so sucks for the Jaguars. You can tell Lawrence was still banged up, like he wasn't himself. Throws just weren't the same. Like ever since he's gotten hurt, it was like maybe like 3 or 4 weeks back. Ever since he had got hurt, you could definitely tell that he was not himself. So it kind of sucks for Jacksonville because they looked like they were going to be one of the teams, at least those one of those shoe-in playoff teams. But obviously that didn't work out. Injuries happened. It's the league. It's whatever. Jets Patriots. Jets won 17-3. That was it was a snow game actually. It was the game obviously I get locally because I am in New Jersey, so we get all the Giants and Jets games. But Jets won 17-3. We'll see how they do. Obviously, if Aaron Rodgers is coming back, which he's probably going to come back. I don't even know why I'm questioning it. That man's coming back. But yeah, pretty much Jets beat the Patriots. Also, the draft order has been officially set, obviously, now, too. If anybody doesn't know, draft order goes by worst record. I believe the Bears had somebody's pick. So I believe they have the first pick or something because they have somebody else's pick. So they got a couple first round picks. The Bears do. We'll talk about that one day. As their winks go on and stuff. Falcons Saints. The Saints pretty much they blew out the Falcons. Falcons Saints. The Saints blew out the Falcons. 48-17. There was a little bit of controversy near the end of the game. The Saints, pretty much, obviously, with a score like that, the game's pretty much over. Maybe the last like few seconds of the game, they got their running back a touchdown. It was I think it was a rookie or somebody, but they got somebody a touchdown, and obviously Atlanta's coach wasn't happy about that. And obviously it's poor sportsmanship. The game's pretty much over. It's 41-17. It's like, bro, just kneel the ball. Let's go home, whatever. Obviously he wasn't happy about that. He kind of confronted the Saints coach, and it kind of sucks because it's like an unwritten rule. I get that. They were pretty much in victory formation, as they call it. But the Saints ended up winning that game. And like I said, Atlanta's coach was fired literally maybe like a few hours after that game was over. So it's their third straight 7-10 season. So it was due. It was due. You got Bucks Panthers. Bucks ended up winning 9-0. Mayfield got banged up a little bit at one point in this game. But they won an NFC South. All they needed to do was win. We'll talk about who they play in the playoffs soon. I believe they play the Eagles, if I'm not mistaken. Packers Bears. Packers ended up coming through with the dub, 17-9. Jordan Love did his thing once again. Jordan Love's been playing really well lately. Their receivers have been playing really well lately. They're gonna end up, they play my boys in the first round, which is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna talk about that game at some point later in the week. But it should be interesting. Raiders Broncos. Raiders won. Didn't really have any playoff implication. They won 27-14. Didn't really have any playoff implications, as I was trying to say, and I just jumbled my words just now. Eagles Giants. This game was interesting. The Giants won 27-10, and the Eagles, like, they needed to win and have us lose to win the division. By the time like halftime was there, the Eagles didn't look right, man. And and all jokes aside, like, me, it's a rival. I could sit here and laugh and gloat and talk crap. They're still in the playoffs, but the Eagles they look weird. They look off. There's something off, and it could be injuries, which is, I feel like injuries are a part of sports to the point where, I feel like we all kind of deal with it as fans and as teams, different teams and stuff. So injuries are a part of the game, but they just seem off as a group. They were looking like, one of the best teams in the league, and they were at one point, and then now they look like they're just scrambling. Like they're off. There's something maybe internally wrong, could be in the locker room. Who knows? We probably will never know. But nonetheless, the Eagles will be playing Tampa in the first round in the wildcard weekend next week. Seattle and Cardinals. Seattle ended up winning 21-20. I don't know if they got it. I'm not sure. We're gonna check all the matches. I'm just gonna kind of go skim through them, but they won that game 21-20. Chiefs beat the Chargers 16-12. I don't think many of the Chiefs starters played. I'll check this box score real quick. I doubt. Yeah, they had Blaine Gabbert in there. He was pretty much starting. There's no Kelsey here. There's none of their starters right here. So yeah, looks like the Chiefs just pretty much was content to where they were. I don't think they could move up or anything, so they probably just kept it there. Rams 49ers. The Rams beat the Niners 21-20. Both starting quarterbacks didn't play in this game. Both Carson Wentz and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold started for San Francisco. Wentz started for the Rams. But it was actually not a bad game. 21-20. It wasn't a bad game. But the receiver, Nasia, I believe that's how you say his name. It's Puka Nasia or something like that. But he had a really great year. He broke a bunch of rookie records of receiving, I think, for the Rams and all that stuff. So shouts out to him. They're also in the playoffs. We already know San Fran, they locked up the 1 seed, so they were chilling. They didn't play any of their starters really. So, but my Cowboys coming through against the Commanders, which was huge. I wanted us to play well just because I wanted us to go into the playoffs with a win. I know it's Washington, but it's still a road win. It still counts for something. And because we won, we got the 2 seed, which means we'll have a home playoff game, which is nice to have. Y'all know we struggled on the road all season, and for us to get a home game is nice. So shout out to the boys. The late game, though, the Bills-Dolphins. When we started this game, I believe the Bills had clinched a spot because we had some other people lose. This was pretty much for the AFC East Championship. It was a wild game. Jared Allen was literally throwing picks early, left and right. But there were some crazy plays to end this game. This game was nuts. I was kind of glancing at it, kind of looking at it, but the Bills beat the Dolphins 21-14, winning the AFC East and all that. Like, man, that game was wild. That game was wild. But yeah, the regular season is officially over. It's gonna be interesting though. Because like I said, we got some matchups. The matchups are gonna be interesting. Weekdays to Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and they have a Monday game. Um, for the NFC, my Cowboys, we playing the Packers. The Rams are playing Detroit, which is going to be interesting. Stafford goes back to Detroit. I don't know if this is his first time playing Detroit in Detroit since him and Goff pretty much got swapped. Um, but we'll see. That's going to be entertaining. That's the Sunday night game. The Cowboys play at 4:30 on Sunday, and then there's Philly and Tampa Bay, which plays the Monday in Tampa. So that's the NFC matchup. The AFC matchup, we have the Browns and Texans. It's the Saturday game at 4:30. Dolphins Chiefs Saturday at 8. That's gonna be on Peacock, by the way. I believe that's gonna be like exclusively on Peacock. It's their first like actual exclusive game. So Dolphins Chiefs will be on Peacock, and then Steelers Bills are the Sunday game at 1. That's gonna be on CBS. Obviously, Baltimore has to bye. Sanford has to bye for the NFC. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll recounting preview all the games. I'll kind of break it down as the week goes on. Maybe Wednesday, maybe Friday. I think Friday would be more smarter, just to kind of you don't know who's practicing, you don't know injuries, all that stuff. You want to kind of let the week go through. Let's let the week go through. We talk about those. We talk about those Friday. But that's it for the recap of week 18 of a wild season. It's been an interesting season overall. For me right now, honestly, if I had to, I'll probably make some picks. It might change, but I could see Baltimore pretty much. I will say they will. I feel like no one's really gonna just run to the Super Bowl. I just always feel like with everything being one and done in the playoffs, anything can happen. Any of these wildcard teams could come out of nowhere and have a run. That's why I like, as much as I want to rag on Philly and obviously, mess with them, it's like they could easily go on a run, get to the Super Bowl again. Like, you just don't know. That's the cool part about the playoffs. It's pretty much a whole new season if you want to think about it. I feel like it gives teams a chance to reset, be like, okay, we win games. We win what it be. If you play wildcard weekend, you would have to play 4 games, I believe, including the Super Bowl. We win 4 games straight. We're Super Bowl champs. Like, it's just like anybody could do this. Anybody, any of the 14 teams. So anything could happen. But we'll preview the games Friday. Take a little break, and I'm gonna talk about, it's my birthday today. 1 year older. One more lap around the sun. We'll talk about my birthday right after this. I'll be back. Well. It's crazy to think that I'm 35 years old, which is kind of nuts, and I'm blessed to be here another year. Um, Years have been tough. Not gonna act like it's been easy. It's been an interesting 35 years. I'll tell you that much. Um, it's always like I've been trying to. Yesterday I woke up really not really feeling the best mentally. I had some things work out for me, which was nice. A lot of the friends came through, just hanging out with your girl, keeping your spirits up. It's always nice to hang around the homies, and they always help me out when I'm feeling at my worst. Um, but today I'm planning on streaming later. I'll be on Twitch, so if you want to come by, even if you're on my socials, if you want to just tell your girl happy birthday, it'd be highly appreciated. It doesn't matter how you do it, um, but yeah, I'll probably be streaming later. But I just, like I said, it's kind of bittersweet because of the lack of people who aren't here anymore, as far as my family and stuff. Um, Obviously my mom, aunts, uncles, my grandmother. Like, it's tough, and especially because too my father is still in the hospital, and he's been on my mind. But I think for me the biggest thing is my mom, because my mom, she passed away. She was only 33. And I always question, like, why do I get to go past 33 when she didn't get that chance? Um I think about it all the time. I have a picture like literally in my background in my room when I'm streaming. She's right looking over my shoulder. I literally put her there purposely. Um but it's always just like weird to think how different my life probably would be if she was here. And she she was so loving, hardworking. Um, I was the only child, so I was spoiled to death. I only got 9 years with my mom though. I was only 9 when she passed, and I just think how different my life would be if she was obviously still here. Um, it just sucks a little. Not gonna lie. When I see other people with their parents, and I'm just kind of like, you know, I I wish at least my mom was still here. And right now, when my dad not doing the best, it's been a rough week. I'm not gonna lie, mentally. And I without my friends and family, I don't know how this week would have gone for me, because it's 2024 started off a little interesting, just like in a mental state, like a mental, you know, uh, mentally. But I'm still optimistic about the year. We're a weekend, um, but I'm still optimistic. I'm still like trying to keep the positive vibes going. I try not to show my emotion too much, but I have a tendency to do that sometimes when I'm kind of just off to myself. Well, I'll get really quiet or something like that. People will notice that I'm not doing the best. Um, but I am happy to make it another year. There's times when I don't think I am. I've had my moments of weakness. My mental health has almost gotten the best of me a few times through my life. Obviously, this past summer when I went in the hospital. Um, so that's why I'm happy to at least have made it to 35, and I'm hoping for many more. Like, I'm legit am, as tough as sometimes days get. I'm trying to push through. And I know we all hear the whole "it gets better," and it's like you're tired of hearing it, because I'm not gonna lie, I am too. But you gotta, you just gotta keep going, regardless. Like I said, I know it could be hard. There's times I don't get sleep, or when I do wake up and I look around and I'm just like, is anything gonna get better for me? Am I gonna be able to get myself out of the funk I'm in? And every time when it seems like I'm at my lowest, somebody or something comes through. Um, whether it's my friends, whether it's like a phone call or just anybody texting me or just checking on me. Um, it's always something. It's always something that keeps me here. And I'm, like I said, I'm still optimistic about, you know, the new year and all that stuff. And I'm trying to keep it positive as I can. That's all I could do, I think. Take it a day at a time, literally. Every day I have to take my time and just try to be the best me that I can. And that's all I could ask for. But like I said, I'll be probably streaming later around 3 p.m. EST on my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Big Mama Stuff. Um Gonna be hanging out with some friends. We're gonna be, playing some games together, talking, chatting. I'm hoping to get games in with a lot of my peoples, or just even just have them around in Discord and all that stuff. I'm just hoping to have a good day. That's all I'm asking for. And it's not the weather's not the worst. It's like 30 degrees, 35 here, but the sun is out. We had a little snow here in Jersey, but it really didn't stick this past weekend. But it's an okay day, and I'm hoping to have at least an okay day. But I thank you guys, like I said, once again for the feedback I've been getting. doing this podcast. Um, for all the love that people show me, it's always nice to know that you have people in your corner who like genuinely believe in you, and I'm happy to be here for another year. Honest, as much as it may not seem like I'm happy, I am for the most part. I can't complain. Things are starting to look up for certain little things, and just gotta take it one step at a time. We're gonna get some things done. Steph ain't giving up yet. Not yet. It's like I said, I've had some close calls, but I'm still here. But I love you guys. Hope everybody has a fantastic start to their week. Like I said, follow me on all the socials: Twitter, Instagram, Big Mama Steph. TikTok is Big Mama Steph _ Um, yeah, I love you guys. Like I said, hope your week starts off great. Love your faces. Stay beautiful. See you in the next one. Remember to drink your water, check on the homie, and remember you're loved. Peace.